Dion's Pick is a hidden gem in the Tri-Valley area where bold flavors fill the plate and local wineries stock the renovated wine cellar. Hidden in a strip mall in Livermore, you'll find Posada contemporary Southwestern cuisine.
The whole idea of the Southwest is to bring the Southwest flair of the smokiness, the chard. I'm Eduardo Posada, owner of Posada Restaurant. I was born in Ciudad Juarez, the border city of El Paso, Texas. My mother was the greatest cook, and she would use this expression, make those pans cry. Meaning that we get those pans super hot, truly open fire that brings the flavors to the skin so that anything that we do here is gotta have a little bit of smoke. The heart of my cuisine is my sauces. But New Mexico has some great chilies. They're just so fruity, so elegant in the palate that it just creates a great experience. My son Alexis is the one that's charged of the wine collection, wine cellar, and he's been very fortunate to work along with some of the winemakers of this valley. The American dream, you know, I started selling burritos on the streets to now to a restaurant that, you know, that I can play with the big boys. Posada is my last name. It means a place to stay, it means you're welcome. Welcome to our house, welcome to our home. That's my mustache. I think my satisfaction is to see those people when they get their food and oh my, when they roll their eyes out, they say, boy, I want to go eat that myself.
All right, Dion, this is a real American success story.
They started out as a catering company, and they used to cater for our college. Eduardo did it out of his garage in his own house. And finally, we're able to open a restaurant. The presentation, I think, of every single dish that comes out is absolutely beautiful. Just the colors, it's filled with love and care, and all the different flavors just pops in your mouth. One of the best appetizers I think I've ever had, the fire roasted shrimp with the guacamole. Oh man, comes with chips, a little side of flour tortillas, and the dressing is like a lime, garlicky, cilantro mix there. It's hard to figure out the flavor. You know, I've asked Eduardo a couple times, what is that? He won't tell me. It's so delicious. And so this time I actually tried the carne asada crab chili relleno. Carne asada was perfect, melt in your mouth. But once again, just the presentation of the brown carne asada, the red sauce, the green avocado with the chili relleno, and then the white lump of crab. It was like a kaleidoscope of flavors in my mouth.
Yeah, walking in, very lively. It was popping. You know, it was Saturday night at 7 o'clock, and it was slammed. We had a reservation and we still had to wait like 15, 20 minutes for a table. Eventually when the table opened up, it was right next to the kind of wine bar area, and got helped right away, introduced to our waiter, and then because we were sitting at a loud table, which wasn't that bad really at all, they brought us an appetizer on the house. They brought us the chips with the duo of sauces and black beans. Fantastic, wonderful, and I think that the plates, you know, when they came, all the food, it really sort of mirrored the environment.
I mean, the plating is absolutely captivating, and you can tell they spent a lot of time doing it. Like you, I had the carne asada, and unfortunately, our steak was cold when we got it.
Ooh.
Yeah, but the service, let me tell you, we let our waitress know, Olivia, and I don't know if she's part of the family or not, but she really cared. 5 minutes later, we get the dish back, and this time, nice hot steak with it. The crab, you know, I thought that they could have done a little bit more with the crab. It wasn't the fresh Dungeness crab that we get. But if they did that, it would have just elevated that dish. Overall, I think it was fine. Some of the other things we had were fantastic, though. We had the short ribs, and those short ribs were braised until they could not give out.
Is anybody not a fan of short ribs?
I had these short ribs, and they were freaking awesome.
Yeah. Those things, fork tender. The chipotle sauce that it was in had a nice amount of smokiness. The black beans were done very, very well.
The blackberry mole.
Blackberry mole.
Yeah, it was great. It was exactly as he described, succulent, rich, beefy flavor. The juices are just running out of it. It was great. But I want to give a shout out to the fish tacos. So I got the duo of mahi-mahi tacos with watermelon salad. I'm a huge fish taco guy. I love making them.
It's one of their signature dishes.
I love eating some of the best fish tacos I've ever had in my life, and probably the best mahi-mahi I've ever had cooked-wise. I mean, it was just glistening with moisture, super, super locked in with the flavor. Had this awesome kind of like spicy chipotle, slightly sweet smoky sauce over the top of it.
Fantastic. You're over there like
it was.
drooling.
I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of excuses to go to Livermore again. Because it was,
well, you know,
so
speaking
good.
of excuses, you don't need to because it's wine country out there. I mean, this is historic wine country. Livermore actually has wineries, you know, that date to the late 1800s. I mean, you've got quite a lot of local wine selection.
Best kept little secret
yeah,
about their wines.
It sure is.
I think Posada does a great job advertising the wines, the Livermore Valley.
And they're really focused on those.
Yes.
You know, I don't generally drink when I go out, but I felt like I had to. I mean, everyone had a drink. It was loud. It was, you know, rambunctious in the best way. I ordered one of their house drinks. It was called a sangrita. It was an agave slushy kind of thing topped with sangria.
So Alexis is their son. Eduardo is the chef and also owner. Always come around, always give hugs, sit down and talk. You know, he'll grab a beer or a glass of wine. He'll pour you an extra glass.
And what about desserts?
Always try and save room for dessert. This time we had the cheesecake. Oh man, It was so good. We split it amongst the table, and it was one of those things where I wish I had just kept it to myself.
What do you feel about the prices?
So I thought the prices were a little bit higher end than I would have expected for the quality of the food that I got.
You wanted more.
I wanted better value.
All right, Dion, this is your spot. Give us a quick summary.
So if you're looking for something with a lot of flavor, great family values, Posada would be something I'd recommend in the heart of Livermore.
All right, and Doug?
Great service, inventive menu, and I would definitely go back.
And Sean?
Great Southwestern dishes with inspired flavors and a really fun atmosphere.
All right, if you would like to try Posada Contemporary Southwestern Cuisine, it's located on Murrieta Boulevard at Stanley in Livermore. The telephone number is 925-606-1004. It's open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Friday, brunch and dinner Saturday and Sunday. Reservations are recommended, and the average dinner tab per person without drinks is around $30.
Check Please Bay Area is made possible by the members of KQED and by IRG has in-trend surfaces, quieter marbles, and rare exotics. Over 10,000 slabs in stock today. IRG in Brisbane and Dublin and at marblecompany.com.
Mattress systems from European Sleepworks, working to improve comfort and wellness for over 40 years. At Adeline and Ashby in Berkeley. Online at sleepworks.com.
Oakland International Airport. Now with flights all over the world. iFlyOAK.com.
Sutter Health CPMC, 7,000 employees, nurses, and physicians caring for their communities every day. Your city, your hospital. CPMC2020.org. La Tour Angèle Artisan Oils, French-inspired and handcrafted in Northern California. La Tour Angèle creates natural, healthy cooking oils that add new flavor to everyday dishes.
Support for KQED comes from Total Wine & More, offering more than 8,000 wines, 2,500 beers, and 3,000 spirits. Total Wine & More, now with 6 Bay Area locations.